Today, I'm going to show you a cool site. It is called Dropio. Its URL is drop.io, but it is pronounced Dropio. Dropio is a private file sharing service which has available free accounts and pay accounts. When you go to the site, this is the screen that you will find. Each file group you upload is called a drop. Drop names are created on the fly by the system, but you also have the option to assign whatever name you want, provided it is not being used already by you or by other users. So let's create a drop here. To use the free service, you just start creating your drops here. No need to log in first. Once you give it a name to the folder or container or drop, whichever you want to call it, the next step is to add your files to the drop. I'm going to upload this JPEG photo, for example. Here, under additional settings, you can assign a guest password, which is optional, but I suggest you always assign a guest password so that only those people you give such password are available to see your files. All drops are held for up to 1 year, but you can make them expire earlier. You can have them available for 1 day, 1 week, or 1 month, or the full year, and you can specify when that time is going to start ticking, either from now or from last view. Down here is where you assign guest permissions to your files in the drop. You can allow them to add files to your drop, write comments, and or delete files. This can be changed later too. Once you're done with the settings, click the Drop It button to create the drop. Once the files are dropped, you are given the option to set a password and a recovery email to your drop. The password is needed to access the administration panel after the drop has been created. The recovery email is used in case you forget what your administration password was. Once you save the password, you'll see down here the file I just uploaded to this drop. Up here is the direct path to my drop. This is not the address you would give to your guest. This is the path for you to access the drop as an administrator. Here you have the options to add more files to the drop, change the current view of your files, and the access links to share the files to your drops. Under Share Email Alerts, you can specify an email address if you want to be notified every time a new file is added to the drop. This is very useful if you have allowed your guests to add files to the drop. There are more options to explore here. Under the View menu, you can change how you want to display the files in your drop. And under Add, you can add more files up to 100 megabytes. They even have a hidden uploader, which allows people to add files to the drop without seeing the files you already have in the drop. Okay, let me refresh the window so that you can see the photo I just uploaded previously. When you click on the file, in this example, a graphic, a window will open with some options. Here you can download the file back to your computer or to another computer. You can get an embed code to embed the file on a web page or blog. You can get a direct link to the file to share via email, as a link on the web page or as a hidden link so that the path to the files is not shown. You can also post comments to the files, delete the files, or you can view them full size too. Here on the side, you have the option to download a Firefox add-on to place an icon on the lower right corner of your browser for instant access to your drops. All you have to do is click on the link and follow the instructions given to install the add-on. Every time you create a drop, there are certain things that are created for you automatically. For example, you are given an email address with the name of your drop so that you can email a file directly into the drop. You're also given a voicemail number so that you can call in and record a message, which will be saved as an MP3 file. You're also given a conference call which you can use to send faxes. Here under Email Settings is where you would set a secret code or key to avoid spammers from sending the drop using the email address. Now that people are watching this tutorial and they saw my email address, I better set a secret key. Now let me log out and enter the path to my drop. Notice that the system is asking me for a password. That's the password I set when creating the drop. Once I enter the password, I gain access to my drop. When a guest tries to access my files through the link I have given them, the system will ask them for the guest password, as I previously said, which is different than the administration password. There are many other options available, especially with the paid option. But the free option is wonderful as it is. With the paid option, you can create templates for your drops that specify certain permissions to users and what they can or cannot do with the files available. But if you don't need that kind of tracking or collaboration, the free option is more than enough. This is a great service to use, especially if you need to share files as big as 100 megabytes, like video files, for example. This is Janet Garcia from Unlimited Video Coaching. Thanks for watching.